All right, welcome back to week 3 of our Faith Hall of Fame. And I am so excited about this week's lesson.
I know, this week we are going to learn about an awesome lady named Sarah in the Bible and how God did something pretty miraculous in her life. And she had to have great faith in order to be able to accomplish it.
Correct, yes. We are so excited to be able to come to you through Facebook and YouTube to be able to talk about some awesome people of the Bible. Now remember, on Facebook and YouTube, if you click the like button, you will be able to get notified of when we post videos up. It'll be every single Sunday at 1 p.m. All right, so before we get started on the next lesson, why don't we do an awesome game, a game that you can play at home?
I don't really count this as a game. This is a challenge.
A challenge,
This
yeah,
is not a game. This is a challenge.
Well, maybe it's fun for you watching at home.
It's a challenge.
But we would like for you to do more than just watch. We would actually like to be playing this with you. All you need is a lemon and a knife to cut it. Make sure you check with your parents or get somebody to cut the lemon for you. Or if you're a beast, you could just bite into the lemon without cutting it. But we're gonna cut it up in slices and do the lemon challenge.
All right, what do I have to do?
All right, what we have to do is each of us take a lemon, and we are going to take the lemon and put it in our mouth and hold it. And whoever makes the sour face first loses. And I'd like to tell you what a sour face looks like, but maybe, I don't know. You have to be the judge to yourself.
I know, they're going to get to judge because they're the ones who can see. Yes. We can't see each other,
Remember
see
to
who
put
makes
on
it
the
first.
Comment on who you think did the best. So if you want to pause the video or kind of take time to go around and hunt for a lemon or anything extremely sour, and you can play along with us. All right, so Pastor Man, are you ready?
No,
right.
Okay.
Make sure you comment in the box who you want. Let's dink it first.
No, that's gross. No, thank you. I don't want your germs all over me and then put them in my mouth.
All right. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
I think I won.
Oh, that was a little sour.
I think I won.
I think you won too, but
Woo, you went real tight.
That was a little rough, wasn't it? Woo!
It started off pretty good, but as you bite through it, it gets bitter and bitter and more bitter.
Woo.
It doesn't even taste like a lemon at the end.
No, it just tastes. Ugh. All right, so what you do is comment on the comments below on who you think did the best. All right, we are.
Vote for me. I totally did the best.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, but I want to see how long you can hold it in your mouth and maybe count. I think 15 seconds we did or something like that.
I don't even know. I wasn't counting.
So let's see if you can count. Comment in the box below on how good you did and see who you think won. All right, so we're getting ready to go into our Bible lesson.
Yes, last week we learned all about Noah and the great things that he did with the ark and his unbelievable faith. Today we're going to learn about Sarah, and Sarah's story is a little bit different because, well, I don't actually want to tell you. I want you guys to watch and see. But we have a video for you. We want to give a big shout out again to Saddleback Kids for allowing us to use these videos. They are awesome. But as you watch the video of Sarah, I want you to pay attention and see why I said Sarah's faith was a little bit different than what we've seen so far with Noah and when they listed all the great people of faith from the first lesson. Because hers is a bit different.
Yeah, hers is a bit different. It's not what you normally see out of, if you compared it to Noah. Maybe you can compare it to Noah and see if you can pick up the difference between what Noah experienced and went through and between what Sarah went through and how her faith was.
All right, we'll be back with you after the video.
And we hope you enjoy it.
The Faithful Hall of Fame, Sarah. This is Sarah.
Hi.
Sarah was Abraham's wife. One day, as Abraham sat near the entrance of his tent, God appeared to him. Abraham looked up and 3 men stood before him. God promised Abraham that he and Sarah would someday have a son. In fact, God promised Abraham that he would have many children. Even more than the stars in the sky. Now, Sarah was very old when God made this promise. When she heard that God promised to give her a child, she laughed. The messenger of God stopped Sarah. He asked, "Is anything too hard for the Lord?" Sarah chose to trust God, and she became pregnant and she gave birth to a son. The son's name was Isaac. God's promises came true for Abraham and Sarah. Abraham became the father of many nations, and from his child came children, and from their children, more children, until Abraham's descendants were truly more numerous than the stars in the sky. Abraham and Sarah trusted God for the promise and believed that God was faithful.
Wow, that was an amazing video of Sarah's faith. Like you said, it was a little different from what we saw in the last week's video.
Yeah, because Sarah didn't start off having an extreme amount of faith. When she first heard that angel, well, she thought it was a passenger, I think, at the time. But when she heard that angel tell that to Abraham, she laughed. She didn't immediately have faith enough to believe it. And then once later on, she got a hold of it and she grasped it. She held on to that and had faith to believe that God was going to do it. And I think sometimes we go through times like that too, where we hear something or we think God's telling us to do something, and our first instinct is to kind of doubt it. And we have to grudge down and reach on and say, remember, I have faith to believe that whatever God tells me to do, it's going to happen. And with his power or with his help, I can do it even when it seems the impossible. And trust me, having a baby at 90 seems impossible.
Yeah, and I would be like Pastor Amanda said, it was kind of shaky at first because she was like, "Yeah, right. I'm too old. I'm 90 years old." But like Pastor Amanda said, she kept her faith and kept a hold of that and knew that God was going to get her through that. And God gave her a baby boy. I have pretty much a life story I want to share with you on that one. When I was younger, when I first came to the Teen Challenge program, there was an older lady who said something about, you're going to be our youth pastor, our children's pastor. I'm like, yeah, right. I won't ever be in the position I'm in right now. But look, I kept my faith in God, and God eventually showed me what He wanted me to do for God's kingdom. That's a perfect example of faith, because I was like, yeah, right. I won't do all that. I'll just come to church and do what God wanted me to do. But this is exactly where God wants me to be at. And I prayed. I had faith in God. I prayed what He wanted me to do with my life, how He wanted me to serve Him. And He landed me right exactly in this spot. And I never thought I would imagine I would be here. But I'm sure Sarah never thought that she would imagine that she would have a kid at 90 years old. That's like telling your great-great-grandmother that she was going to be pregnant and have a baby. You're like, she's too old. She can barely get around the house, let alone have a baby.
Well, not only that, it wasn't that she was just going to have a baby. She was then going to be the mother to nations. They said that her offsprings would outnumber the stars in the sky. And that just seems so unfathomable, or you just don't quite get it or understand it. But she held on to it and believed it and had faith, and it came to pass.
Yeah, so if we hold on to what God wants us to do, and if God tells us that He wants us to do something, or He's going to do something in our lives, if we hold on to it, no matter the circumstances we're going through, if we just hold on to it, God will come through. We have a Bible verse for you. This is the third week, and let's see if you remember where the Bible verse came from. If you do, be sure to comment below on Facebook or YouTube, and maybe see who can be the first person to tell us where the Bible verse came from. All right, it's going to be out of Matthew chapter 21, verses 22. And it says, "And whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith." Wow, faith. Whatever you ask in prayer, It says that you will receive it, but only if you have faith.
You have to have faith in your prayers, even when it seems like it's the impossible thing, which brings me to our object lesson. Are you ready for this? All right, I'm excited to see with you because this is all about things that you think, there ain't no way that's impossible.
All right, let's see.
All right, so I have a piece of paper. It's just like a cardboard paper or instruction paper if you guys want to try this at home. Cardstock, an index card would work too. Okay. Sharpie and some scissors. And then I have a quarter and a dime. And I want to show you just to prove the dime does fit on the quarter.
Oh, I know. 25 plus 10 it's 35 cents. I got it.
Yeah, that's not what we're doing, but nice try. Oh. I'm going to have John hold on to the quarter for me for a second because I don't want you to try to think that I'm trying to trick you or anything.
All right, got the quarter.
What I'm going to do is I am going to put my dime on my paper and I'm going to trace it because I'm going to prove to you that I can make that quarter fit through a dime-sized hole in this paper.
You said you could fit this quarter through that dime.
Yeah, no, not through the dime, but through the dime-sized hole.
Oh, the dime-sized hole. Okay, I got you. Quarter through the dime-sized hole.
So I'm going to trace it. So there is my piece of paper, and if you can see my dime fits in it.
I've already proved it. Look, it won't go through.
Very funny. Now, I'm going to cut on the inside area because I used the Sharpie and that's thicker, so I don't want you to think I made the hole bigger because I know that's exactly what John's going to say. You made the hole bigger. But
I think she made it small. I don't think she can do it.
I can do it. I can prove it. So I'm going to cut on the inside of it.
That's like making a camel fit through the eye of a needle. I don't think so. Let's see. I don't know. I'm suspicious. I'm starting to act like Sarah a little bit. Oh, no.
You don't have faith in me that I can do it?
I don't think so.
All right, so there's my cut. And if you look, it's not very straight. I actually missed a whole corner over here. But we're going to give it a shot. And it's clearly pretty close to the size of my dime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's right at the size of my dime. All right.
So this quarter will fit through that dime hole.
Yes, it will.
I don't know. What do you think? Type yes or no in the comment below if you think it will work.
I promise you I can do it. I have faith that it's going to happen.
Do we need to pray?
No, but I have faith that it's going to happen. All right. So if I were to try it this way.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. But if I flip it around, I said I would fit it through the hole.
Flip the quarter around?
No. If I flip it around and I go this way.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
Did you see that? Watch.
I didn't see it either.
Okay.
Let's do it again.
So my paper's folded. Here's my quarter. I'm going in the middle. I'm pulling out, and there's my quarter.
And it didn't even rip.
Nope. Not one bit. I fit a quarter through a dime-sized hole.
Wow. So that's
a
pretty cool trick. And that actually reminds me of the Bible story we just heard about something seeming impossible, but it's actually possible.
It's possible when you have a little extra help. And with God, he always gives us the help that we need if we have faith to believe it.
Correct. It's possible if we have just a little bit of faith. The Bible says if you have faith as a grain as a what?
Mustard seed.
So you don't have to have a huge amount of faith. You can just have just a little bit of faith that God will take care of it. God will give you the solution to the problem. If you just have a little bit of faith. I didn't have faith in Pastor Amanda in that little quarter
trick
through the dime hole, but it happened. I'm sure that Sarah struggled with faith too on when God told her that she was going to have a baby. But like you said, not just have a baby, but be a mother of many nations. I mean, that's an amazing. And she just held on to that faith, and it allowed her to be in the position she was in.
Yeah,
that is so amazing. I love these stories on faith, and because it helps us out. You know, because when maybe some things are going on in our lives, we can go back to the Bible and look up these awesome people of the Bible, these awesome Faith Hall of Famers, and we can look at what God did to them. And if God did that for them, he can surely do it for us, our family, your friends, even what's going on in your life. So I want to challenge you to put your faith in God. And as we take this time to close out in prayer, we want you to encourage you to put your prayer request in the comment selection. Remember, we're going to use that comment box selection like we normally would for our prayer wall. You'll come up, normally in children's church, you will come up and you would write your prayer request on a sticky note, and you would then put it up on the chalkboard. But being we have to come to you through Facebook and YouTube, we want to encourage you to put your prayer request in the comment below.
Yeah. And if you don't feel comfortable writing out your specific, I can't talk. Specific.
It's that lemon.
I know. It's the specific prayer request you can put unspoken prayer request. That lemon's really got me messed up. Unspoken prayer request. You could put just pray for me, or if you want to leave some specifics, you can private message me or John on our Facebook page, which are linked above in the header of it. You can click and private message us and let us know, and we'll be sure to respond and answer so that you know that we got in, that we really are praying for you. We miss every single one of you. We can't wait to see you all again. We will be up at the apartment complex again sometime soon. Handed out another goodie. We handed out popsicles a couple weeks ago to everyone, and we'll be figuring out something else to hand out there so we get to see everyone. But in the meantime, I'm so glad that we get to do this and have a chance to share a little bit of Jesus and faith with you along the way.
Yeah, correct. It does stink. It's not normal right now to be able to be talking to you through the internet. But we just have faith that God's going to use this, and God's going to bring us back in children's church. We do miss you guys so much. We miss seeing your faces on every Sunday morning. But just believe that just because we're not here in the church building, just because you're not in children's church, just believe that you are the church. You are children's church. You are what make up K4C. You are what make up Kids for Christ. Kids for Christ is you. It's not us. It's you. It's you all coming together. So I want all of us to come together and be able to watch these videos and learn about Jesus at the same time on the internet. So until then, we love you guys. We miss you. We're going to pray, and be sure to put your comments down below, your prayer requests in there, and believe that God will answer them. It may take a little bit of time, but believe that God will do it. If God can make Noah have great faith and Sarah have great faith, I know he can allow us to have just a little bit of faith, because it's all we need. And then the more we have faith, the bigger our faith will grow. So let's pray. Dear God, I thank you, God, for faith, God. I thank you for allowing us to be able to have just that little bit of faith, God. I thank you for everyone watching this video. I pray that you would watch over them and keep them safe, whatever may be going through in their lives. God, whatever may be going through at home, God, or whatever problems situations that are coming up, God. God, I pray that you would give them the faith, God, that everything is in your control. Even when they can't see what's going on, even when they think that everything around them is crashing down, I pray that you would just let them have that stronghold of faith, God. Let them be able to come to you and pray to you whenever they want to, God, and be able to talk to you like they're talking to their best friend, God. And I pray that you would watch over them and keep them safe this week, and let us have great faith. In Jesus' name, amen.
All right, we'll see you again next week.
Yep,
I'm pretty sure we have a special guest joining us next week.
Special guest.
So make sure you tune in, and we're excited, and we can't wait to hear from you in the comments below.
Yes. All right. Bye. We love you guys. Bye.